Hello, everyone. We are in week 4 of social work 501 for summer 2 of 2024. And today is Tuesday, July 30th. And this is my weekly check-in video. So we're in week 4, as I said, and we're going to be focusing this week on the biological person and life beginnings. Really quickly, though, I wanted to talk about week 3 discussion posts as well as the week 3 concept quiz that focused both on Piaget's cognitive adaptation process as well as operant conditioning. And so let me just really quickly touch on the Sanchez family. I think you all did a really good job on the week 3 discussion on the Sanchez family, where you were to choose one particular family member from the case example and apply 3 different theories that we were covering in week 3 and think about what interventions, the strengths of using, what theories would help you understand that particular family member and help you develop interventions for working with that individual and the strengths and maybe challenges of those particular theories that you chose. And I think you all did a really good job of thinking about how you would, utilize, you know, Erik Erikson's or social learning theory or some of the other theories that were presented in week 3 to help you really think about, um, whatever family member you chose. So I think y'all did a really good job there. And then for your week 3 concept quiz, um, one of the things that I noticed that several individuals struggled with was in question 1 on what is operant conditioning and the differences between reinforcement and punishment. And so I just want to just clarify that reinforcement, you know, reinforcement or punishment, as many of you mentioned, occurs right after a behavior. And the goal is to either increase that behavior or decrease the behavior. So if you want to increase the behavior, you would use reinforcement because you're trying to increase the desired or targeted behavior. So doing chores, completing homework, doing well in school, those sort of things are things that individuals, the parents, let's say we're talking about children, are trying to increase. For adults, it could be not, we want to increase being on time to work or eating a healthy diet, going to exercise, whatever those targeted behaviors are. And so positive reinforcement is when we add something that we find positive for ourselves, that or something that if we're trying to reinforce the behavior of a child, that we might give that child something that they find positive to help reinforce that behavior. So if I go walking and get my 10,000 steps in uh, every day, then I might reward myself with my favorite Dr. Pepper zero sugar soda, 1 a day. But I have to walk those 10,000 steps in order to treat myself. So that is a positive reinforcement. A negative reinforcement is not punishment. And a lot of people were confusing negative reinforcement with punishment. Negative reinforcement is taking away something that's negative to strengthen a behavior. So if I walk the 10,000 steps, I don't also have to do crunches. But so if I walk the 10,000 steps, I don't have to do the 20 crunches. But if I don't walk the 20 steps, then I do have to do the 20 crunches. So that is an example of taking away something that is negative um, to strengthen my walking the 10,000 steps. Punishment is different because punishment is meant to reduce the behavior, not reinforce it, right? So reduce a behavior that you find problematic. So somebody gave the example of being late to work. That is, let's say you're constantly waking up late and you're late to work. So you're trying to decrease that behavior. So in punishment, you would add something negative as a punishment to decrease that behavior. So if you are late to work, um, you might get written up, and after 3 write-ups, you might be fired. That is adding something negative, and therefore it is a type of, um, you know, um, uh, of a type of punishment, excuse me, or removing something that one finds positive. So if I get to work late, and I get in trouble, then I might also not be able to get the bonus that I normally get every year, or whatever it may be. So really important to think about that reinforcement, whether it's positive or negative, is meant to increase a particular behavior, to strengthen that behavior, whereas punishment is to weaken the behavior, whether it's positive punishment or negative punishment, okay? And so positive punishment is adding something negative, and negative punishment is removing something positive, removing something that the person would have liked. All right, so just wanted to clarify those things. For week 4, there is a few things I want to talk about. Of course, there's a week 4 discussion, the check-in, the older adult interview, and annotated bibliography. Just want to see where we are in that process. I have seen that several of you have already submitted your signed consent forms, so thank you for doing that. If you have not already done that, that's something that you should be working on pretty soon. I not having a signed consent form before submitting your presentation, your older adult oral video presentation, could result in a failing grade. So it's important that you submit that before you submit your older adult oral video presentation, because we want to make sure we have the consent form before anybody can view the video. A discussion for the phases of life cycle. I don't know if you may have noticed it. We made some changes to this assignment kind of at the last moment yesterday, because I discovered that one of the videos, the Brain Hero video that I normally have there, was no longer available or public, and excuse me, I apologize. I'm thinking about week 4 concept quiz. So in week 4 concept quiz, in question 1, the question was on Brain Hero. That video, so you might have seen that before we changed it yesterday. I had to change it and then ask that it be changed in. I'm the lead for this course, so I also had to ask that it be changed in the other sections of this course that's running online. But so if you saw the Brain Hero video before yesterday, it has been, or if you saw that that was the assignment, part of the week 4 concept quiz, that video is no longer available. So it has been replaced with a podcast, and that you can find in the week 4 reading resources. But so basically for the week 4 concept quiz, you have 2 questions. The first is, after listening to the Brain Architecture podcast, explain healthy brain development through Bronfenbrenner's ecological system of human development. What is needed at micro, meso, and macro levels to achieve healthy brain development? Okay. So I just want to clarify that in case you had seen that. And then notice that there was a change to the question, and that's because that Brain Hero video is no longer available. So I have switched it out for the Brain Architecture podcast. basically the same question, just a different video. Well, this is not a video, but a podcast. For the second question is identify and define each numbered segment. You know, for this one, you know, all of the questions answers should be between 700 words and a maximum of 1,000 words per question. I'm going to say that that should be the same for question one, but you might not reach that 750 to 1,000 words for question two, and that is okay. I don't, you know, you don't need to just fill in stuff just to fill in, but I do want you to identify and then define it. And I don't mean take it word from the book, but what is your understanding of the dendrite? What is your understanding of, you know, each of these different parts of the neuron? But if you don't reach the 750 to 1,000 words for number two, that's okay. I won't deduct points as long as you identify and define based on your own understanding what the different parts of the neuron. So for the week 4 discussion on the phases of life cycle, if you're using the 5th edition of the textbook, then the question is, the questions on Joey are on page 257. However, if you do have the 6th edition, then the questions would be on page 237. And it's the same questions, it just depends on which edition you have, and I do apologize again for that. But yeah, so page 257 if you've got the 5th edition, 237 if you've got the 6th edition, it's the exact same questions, and you're focusing on Joey, the grandchild in the Sanchez family. For this discussion post, you are to respond to at least one classmate and describe what you have learned from your peer and what you can add to your peers' learning regarding early childhood development. Also in week 4, as you can see here, there is a mid-semester evaluation that you can click in and provide some feedback. So if there's anything you would like me to know and you would like to put it through this evaluation in terms of how you feel the course is going, anything else that you could benefit from, this is where you could provide some feedback there. You could always reach out to me directly. I've had the opportunity to meet a few students through Zoom meetings, you know, from this class, and have enjoyed our conversations and am very impressed with all the work that you all are doing. I think that that's all I have for now. You know, week 5, at the end of week 5 is the annotated bibliography is due. So just something to keep in mind, that you should be working towards, you know, getting your older annotated bibliography assignment done. It is due the Sunday of week 5. So that is not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. So, you know, if you start working on it, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I do want to let you know that at the end of this week, Thursday and Friday of this week, I will have limited internet access. So because I will be traveling, so I will try my best to get to you as soon as I can. But Thursday, Friday, might, you know, I might have some probably some limited internet availability, so I won't be able to check my email as you know, quickly as I normally do, but will respond to you as promptly as I can. All right, take care.